Okay, joined by Dublin senior football manager Dessie Farrell. Dessie, it's job done. You're into the Leinster football final after victory here over Meath in the Leinster Semi-Final at Croke Park. What do you make of that today?
Yeah, it was definitely, as I mentioned earlier, it was the proverbial game of two halves for us. From our perspective, at least, the first half quite impressive. Second half, very definitely not. And plenty of food for thought from that second half performance. And we obviously need to analyse that and see what went awry for us. And we put ourselves in a position that it was game on. Possibly at a time when it didn't need to be, and thankfully towards the end of that last quarter we managed to wrestle control back and picked off a few scores. I think the bit of experience told in the end, but there's definitely questions to be asked of ourselves in terms of some of what we saw in that second half.
Yeah, I think you're 11 points clear at half time, so you must be very pleased with that first half performance at the very least. So a huge amount of positives to take from that. I'm sure a huge amount of learnings to take from that second half performance.
Yeah, and I think that's the way it has to be. It's easy to, sort of beat a drum and sort of wheel the stick in terms of that second half performance, but I think you need to look at the positives as well. And I think the challenge for us is to try to strive for that consistency across quarters. So it's not the yo-yo or the up and down effect, that it's more consistent throughout the whole of the 75 minutes, and that's what we'll be aiming for in the next day.
It is job done. You're into the Leinster final in 2 weeks' time against Kildare, so I guess a couple of weeks now to work on those things that you need to work on ahead of that Leinster final.
Yeah, and that's the nature of it. Every game, regardless of the performance level, there's always stuff that you can take away and elements that you need to work on, and we live a lot from this one, but as mentioned, there will be some positive aspects as well that we'll be looking to replicate.